In this video, we'll take up the homework on arithmetic sequences. So for the first question, they give me A and they give me D, and they ask me to find the formula for the general term and the first four terms. So what's the explicit formula? Well, luckily I know T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. So using that, I can find the formula for the general term, and I can find the value of the first four terms. For the second question, they gave me the formula for the general term, and they asked me to find the second term, the 10th term, and the 14th term. So that was pretty straightforward. Once you have the formula, the explicit formula, you can tell yourself the value of any term rather quickly. Alright, so what about the third question? They give me the sequence and they give me the value of a term and then tell me if that's the term, if that's the value, which term are we talking about? So you don't have to simplify actually, you can just let T sub n equals 179 because you already know A and D, and then you can solve for n. But I simplified a little, so this is the formula, the explicit formula for that sequence, and then using that I can let T sub n equal 179 and solve for n. So basically, same strategy for 3b and 3c. Now for 4 is exactly the same as 3, I think. You have the sequence and you're trying to find out how many terms there are. So you just have to study the value of the last term. In this case, 4a is 187, and solve for n. So 4 is very similar to 3. Alright, so what about 5? So they gave me the third term, they gave me the 8th term, they want me to find A and D. So the textbook does it by creating a linear system, but if you understand the relationship between the third term and the 8th term, you really don't need to solve a linear system. But it's up to you. If you love systems, go ahead, solve it. So 5a, b, and c, same strategy. Okay. All right. Oh, there's 5d as well. Ooh, okay, that was lengthy. For question 6, they want me to generate a recursive formula. No problem. So for 6a, you take the preceding term and subtract by 2, because that's what the common difference was. All right, question 7. How many multiples are there between 41 and 102? So the first multiple is 42 and the last one is 98. So treat it as an arithmetic sequence and see how many terms there are in this sequence. Once you know the number of terms, you know the number of multiples. And that's the solutions for arithmetic sequences.